Hello there, and welcome to Namident Academy. Today, I am going to give 7 advices which are very important to anybody applying to graduate school or graduate program, being it master's or PhD. And that I presume that the person applying to a graduate school might have thought about the financial aspect of the graduate school, the importance of the graduate school to him or her, and also the minimum requirement needed for the graduate program. And these 3 aspects will not be covered in this video. So, firstly, when somebody is applying to a graduate school, the first important advice I have for the person is the person to take time and research about the program is going to apply for. Sometimes it's very frustrating that we see from our colleague and individual who have started graduate school and then they couldn't get the expectation, the requirement that they thought wasn't available, all because of lack of time to research about the program. So the person can do those kind of researching through the online statement of the program. You should look at what are the classes schedules of the program. Is it a weekly classes or no? It's not weekly classes. And how does it affect the person current working schedule if the person is working or if the person going for full time? That also you should consider that. Again, is the coursework, is it a coursework or there is no coursework in the graduate program? And if there is a coursework, is the coursework going to be online or the coursework is face to face? And again, in researching, the individual should look at the graduation requirement of the program. Do you need some level of coursework to some level of credit to graduate? And also, is there a thesis attached to it or a project attached to it? And also, if in the case of master's or a PhD, does the program requires a person to publish a paper? If yes, is it in the citation index or any other paper? And how many type of papers? Is thesis included in the program or not? All this information the person should be able to understand and research about that. When he research those things, then he put them on measure to his expectation of how he wants his graduate school experience to look like. And also his ultimate aim for graduate school. If he considered his aim for graduate school with the experience he's having from the research he has made, put them all together, the person can able to have a fair idea on, is that requirement easily attainable? Can I still do what I'm doing if I'm working to also do this graduate school? Or should I stop working and fully concentrate on the graduate school or not to enter the graduate school? The second important thing the person can do is to connect with the current students in the program and the faculty members in the program. So with the connecting with the current student in the program, he can be able to understand from the student perspective how the classes are, how the lecturers or the professors in the department are. What is the culture of the department or the program? He can be able to understand it directly from the student. And also he can be able to obtain information to see if he fit well with his lifestyle inside the program that is going to take 2 or more years in the program. And again, when speaking or communicating with the faculty members in the department, either through email or face-to-face chat, the person can be able to clearly understand the expectation of the faculty members in the program, and also the assessment of the program and any other information that he couldn't obtain whilst doing his previous research about the program. This will help the person to be known by the faculty members, because when chatting with them, you will be able to display your competency and your desire for the program, and that will help anybody who want to enter a graduate school in the selection processes, because the faculty members are those who do the selection, and they can remember the candidate who they have spoken to, and they understood his perspective about the program. And more importantly, the person can be able to make a concrete decision whether to enter into the program or not to enter in the program from the communication with the students and the faculty members was assessing the program he desired to study in the graduate school. My third advice is for a person to connect with the alumni of the program he desired to study or to enter in the particular institution. Connecting with the alumni give you an advantage that these people were once in the program, they went through the program and they successfully completed the program. You can seek information how that program has impacted on their career or on their life. Is there any benefit they think they got through the program? What are the challenges they pass through those programs? And they can clearly give you advice on individual courses in the program that you can select and pursue. And also they can give you advice on various professors and instructors in the program that you need to take their coursework, or you need to avoid them when it comes to choosing supervisors or the courses. And also this communicating and connecting with the alumni will give you a rough idea and deep information about the program, and compare those information you had from the first, second, and this third one, and weigh it to your desire for that program and to your prospective career as you see after graduating that program. And this should give you a clear information on how to go with your decision, and to help you match in your decision making. And again, if you connect with the alumni of that institution, and you get some of them or even one person to write a recommendation letter for you, it will boost your chance of getting admission to that program, because the faculty or the program, the members of the program know mostly their alumni, and therefore if somebody who has passed through that system is able to write a recommendation letter, it will you will have an upper hand in getting admission into the program. So it is very good to communicate and to connect with anybody who has previously studied in the department or has taken the program. So after these three important steps, my fourth advice is for you to now update your CV. everybody has a template or a CV that you use. So when you connect with the student, you have done your research, you connect with the alumni, you knew by now what is needed in the program. And therefore, you should be able to align your CV to showcase your previous achievements that will enable you to be admitted into the program. And therefore, it's important to update your CV with the information you have at hand. Suppose that there is a lot of extracurricular activities within the program, or there is every lecturer is looking for a research, the assignment with research and other stuff, and you are able to showcase in your CV that in your previous studies or experience, you are able to do a lot of research or extracurricular activities. It will help you in getting the admission. The fifth advice is for you to plan your personal statement. These personal statements are different names. Some call it statement of interest, and uh, others, or the motivation letter. So, getting the information and researching about the course should give you an overview of the program, and hence you can be able to plan and write a personal statement. In the personal statement, you need to connect and write a story that showcase your that you have been able to get the basic requirement of their application, and you showcase yourself in a positive way and your future career, that you think you can be able to do it after completing those courses within the program and successfully graduating. In our future videos, I will give you the format and the strategy of writing a letter of interest or personal statement that might let you get an upper hand during any application to a graduate school. The sixth advice is for you to plan and draft um, what we call the research interest letter if it's included in the requirement or the research proposal. There's something I have to add with the fifth advice about the letter of about the interest, about the personal statement. Please, when you draft your personal statement, you should do well to give to somebody who you think has an experience or has been able to successfully completed a graduate school or a PhD or master's, that the person can review your work for you. It's very important to get somebody to review a statement like that, to give you a feedback who is, or whether the person is already in the system of he has already graduated in the system, so that you can get a good feedback to polish your statement. And now back to a research statement. In some institution and some department, in some countries, graduate school, before applying for the graduate school, they want to know your research interests, and they want to, in some, even in some other institution, they want you to draft a research proposal. So whilst applying for the graduate school, you should look at those requirements and start thinking of what kind of research you can do. And you can only do write a good research proposal if you know the literature in the field. And if you have not already seen my videos regarding how to read a scientific paper, you can check down below. There's a link to it to go through that video, and you'll be able to read a research paper so that you can come out with a draft that will be very good, a representative of what we call a research proposal. And when you you write any research proposal, do not forget to give it to somebody who is a senior to you or an experienced person to go through it and to advise you on things you had or things you have to remove. And remember, it's not this research proposal or the research interest that you write during your application. You are not bounded that it is necessary that when you start your course, you should continue with that. In some institution, in most institutions, there's no binding to it, but they try to see whether you have pre have some kind of information about research if that program is a research oriented. If you are going for a program which is not research oriented, forget about this. Nobody is going to ask you to write anything about research. But if it's research oriented, they may like to know whether you have ever think about topics and research that you think of doing after you got admission and you reach the research level. The final advice is to plan and get people who can write you a good recommendation letter. In the graduate school, the decision is some of the decisions are based on recommendation letter, importantly from your previous supervisors. If you are doing PhD, your master's thesis supervisor play an important role in that. If you have a conflict with him before completing your research or your school, which is unfortunate, you should get somebody from your jury members to be able to write you a very good letter. If you are from undergraduate, your undergraduate project supervisor recommendation letter is very important. If you have majored in some courses in undergraduate, those people who have had impact on you will giving recommendation letter is high. In some countries, though it's not applied to all other countries, in some countries, if a professor should write you a research recommendation letter, let's say we have assistant professor and we have a full professor, or if your country you have a lecturer and you have a professor, the professors giving you recommendation letter is of much advantage than those who are not full professors. But remember, the most important thing is the person who know you well and can write clearly about your achievement and what you can do. If a professor is there, doesn't know you very much, and he just writes some few sentences, that shows to the search committee or the admission committee that this guy didn't know the guy, he just wrote something. It doesn't go well. But if even the person is a lecturer or senior lecturer or anybody below the professorial academy, and the person is able to write you a concrete recommendation letter, it do help and go long run to help you in having been selected for the program. And in future videos, we will give you a strategy of how to live, if you're at a graduate level, how to live in the department so that when you graduate, people will know you and you will know people, and getting recommendation letters will be very easy for you. because it's a big challenge. We have seen a lot of people who struggle to get even a single person to write them a recommendation letter, and you should not fall within those people because it's very important aspects or important requirement when it comes to admission in the graduate school. So now we have almost covered all the seven advice that I have for somebody who is planning or applying for graduate school. First, we said you have to investigate or do a deep research about the program. Second, connect with the current student in the program and the faculty members who teaches and manage the program. Third, connect with the alumni who have successfully graduated from the program, and if possible, seek recommendation letter from one of them. And we have talked about updating your CV in alignment with your research and what you heard from the lecturers, the faculty members, the students, and the alumni. And then we have talked about writing a personal statement which will elevate you and help you in getting admission. And we have talked about if your course requires research and that a research proposal or statement of research interest is needed, you have to prepare it. And we have finally talked about one of the most important criteria, one of the most important requirements is recommendation letter and how to get recommendation letter that describe your competency and help you in getting the graduate course. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best in your graduate admission, and thank you for your time and watching this video. Hope to see you in my next video. Goodbye. Please don't forget to like the video if I've really enjoyed it, and recommend it to your colleagues or anybody who will also benefit from it. And finally, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much.